let's talk about the starting quarterback, presumptive starter, Brock Purdy, fully
Yeah.
cleared, didn't practice today, starting to practice tomorrow. How much patience do you think we're going to need to give Brock?
He may just come out and ball out. I think we got to be patient. The one thing that can't happen is if he has a rough couple practices, and maybe not even tomorrow, maybe practice 2 or practice 4 or whatever. We have to show patience with him. You can't be all over the internet victory parading a bad day from Brock Purdy in practice and he sucks now and this we can't do those things. He is coming back from a major injury and he is way ahead of where he should have been, in my opinion, based off of everything we've seen in the past. So they should be very patient with Brock Purdy. We should be patient for Brock Purdy. And I think that he's earned that, especially because they're not playing a game yet. So I'm curious to see the reactions. I know that people are going to go crazy one way or another. If he plays really good, you're going to hear it. If he plays really bad, you're going to hear it. I just think we should expect some up and down days. I think that is fair to expect that.
Yeah, it's his first time going against the Niners defense.
Mm-hmm.
And, maybe Purdy's great. Maybe we're underselling him, but Jimmy struggled against this defense every year. Trey really struggled against this defense last year. I expect Brock to struggle against this defense. And you got to remember, if he has bad days against this defense, it's the best defense in the league. He's supposed to. Every quarterback does. The only one who doesn't struggle against this defense is Mahomes. And he even struggled in the Super Bowl against this defense.
Yeah, even if Purdy's great, that doesn't mean that he's not going to have some up and down practices or up and down games. Everybody goes through growing pains. Like this is not new news that we're throwing out here. Oh my gosh, Brock Purdy's going to have ups and downs. Just be patient. We have to have tons of patience, especially coming off this injury. So I'm very excited to see how he's going to play. I'm very excited that he's healthy and that I'm going to be able to watch him play, and Sam and Trey and all of them, and just put my own eyes on it up close and personal and come away with a thought based off of everything that I'm seeing from all the quarterbacks. I'm excited for that.
I'm intrigued because it felt like the Niners were going to give Brock Purdy the job. Like, hey man, you don't have to practice this offseason. Take your time. You give yourself 3 weeks to sort of ramp up and then it's your job. Like, that's not what they're saying at all. They're like, you want to start this year? Well, play right now. Do the whole training camp. And that makes it kind of seem like he has to prove something in practice, which makes it kind of seem like there's a quarterback competition, which is what Deebo Samuel alluded to today. Like when they were like, hey, Deebo, how happy are you to have your starting quarterback back? He was like, oh yeah, really excited for this quarterback competition. Trey looks great. So I think there's a lot of urgency on Brock. I do not think they gave him the job. I think they said Brock,
that was interesting because the question was specific about Purdy. How excited are you to have Brock Purdy back healthy and ready to go?
I.e. your starter
for the quarterback. Yeah, I'm excited for the quarterback competition. Trey Lance looks really good. And then somebody followed up. I thought it was you. I gave you credit. The wrong guy. I gave the wrong guy credit. But either way, somebody followed up and said, be specific. How does he look better? And he just went on like, oh, he looks better in this and this and this.
Yep.
That was very interesting response from Deebo. Yeah.
Touch. He's like, he used to throw those short ones kind of hard, and Deebo catches those short ones. So that means something to him. I feel like people were speculating that Deebo would prefer Jimmy over Trey because Deebo was Jimmy's go-to guy. Well, we just heard how Deebo feels about this. So,
yeah, and he may have preferred Jimmy over Trey then because Trey was not doing those things. So we're talking about a completely different player in year 1 to year 3. So that may have been true, and it could have changed now. That being said, I think the best thing for Brock and the best thing for the 49ers is for him to get in as early as possible. More so, I don't know if they're looking at it as a competition, but I think what they are doing is, hey, you got to work out the rust. We expect there to be some rust. The more you can practice and kind of shake that off and get through things, the better we're going to be come week 1, the better you're going to be come week 1, the more comfortable you're going to be.
Yeah. It's just interesting. Like, there's a lot of pressure on Brock,
There is.
Be ahead of schedule, be great, be as good as last year. Like, he hasn't had any time to improve his game. He probably isn't 100%. He's probably doing the best he can, and he's going to be the one facing the first team defense. Like the bar for him is way up here, and if he comes right here, while the bar for Trey is down here, and if he's right here, the narrative could be, wow, Trey's blowing away expectations, while Brock is not quite what they wanted. Well, like maybe Brock's still better. Who knows? Like they have themselves a situation. It's going to be interesting.
Well, Bosa's not playing. That'll be helpful, I guess. You won't have him breathing down his neck, so that's good.
I bet he'll be back in a week. They can't let this drag on, right? It looks bad to the organization.
I think Sunday after practice, we'll get the announcement, is my guess.
Right, because Monday's the first day of pads, which is when you need your D-line back. So Sunday, I'm with you on that. Case 49 says, why isn't Lynch pumping up Trey's trade value? Maybe he's just
I don't think Shanahan will allow him to trade him yet.
There you go. Brian Hernandez says, if y'all seen that show Quarterback and see how much freedom Reed gives his players, Chiefs been great. Kyle, stop trying to control everything and everyone.
Yes.
Micromanager.
Every Wednesday, Chiefs players get to come up with a play and see if it can make the install, and they love it. What's funny is Andy Reid took a lot of crap because people got so mad about the merry-go-round play that it wasn't even his. That was Patrick Mahomes, and he took it on the chin and was like, yeah, whatever. I mean, you think I'm making a mockery of the league, but really my quarterback came up with that play, so whatever. I'll take it.
And he's making a mockery of the league by kicking its ass every year.
Yeah.
Niners daddy says Kyle Shanahan try Trey back as QB1 by rushing BP back to fail.
No, that's the other thing too. I don't think they're necessarily rushing him back. You might disagree with me on this one, Grant. I don't think they're rushing him back. I think he is cleared, and they had a process, no matter what, that they wanted to follow, which is 2 days on, 1 day off. Really, the quarterback coach or the surgeon is like, hey, he's full go. You can practice him every day. And they're like, well, we're pumping the brakes. That's the way I read into that situation. I don't think they're rushing him back.
Yeah, it's fine. I mean, he might be rushing himself back, but it seems like he's cleared. So that's that. Papa Phil says Kyle put injured Brock back in Philly. Yeah.
And could win Wildcat threw a football too.
Crazy. Have you seen Quarterback on Netflix? Not yet.
Yes.
I shall.
It's fantastic.
Scott Short says, one thing you've got to admire about Brock Purdy is he never ceases to exceed expectations. That doesn't mean he's better than Lance, but it's respectable. It's early. But yeah, it is respectable for sure.
Oh, Scott 1,000%. He's already outplayed his contract. It's not debatable.
Doubt. Absolutely. I'm done working today.
Good.
Here's what I did. I woke up at 7:22, went to the gym, pumped iron, lifted weights.
All the iron, yeah.
Dude, some people were there. They were like, look at that guy. He's lifting weights. And I was like, yeah, it's me pumping iron. And then I left, took a shower, went to work. You know what I mean? Did my thing, came back, streamed for 2 hours. Now I'm done. I'm fucking done. Had a good time, but now it's over. I'm going to do it again tomorrow.
Man. And for the whole summer, the rest of the summer, this is going to be a lot of work.
I'm getting too old for this shit, man. Was that Lethal Weapon 4? I'm getting too old for this shit, man.
You did your Thug Thizzle, Grant.
Thank you very much. What are you doing the rest of the night?
I've got a stream. I'll probably start it in like 10 minutes to call in. So call in, give your takes, come over to Last Second Sports.
You're 40 and you got more endurance and
stamina. I'm a man. I'm 40.
You are. I'm the world's oldest 35-year-old. Thank you very much. I'm exhausted.
Hey,
have a good night. Go check in with Jesse. Brian, Purdy has pressure because if they trade Trey Lance and they basically give up 3 firsts and a third for him too. Oh, that's an interesting point. That's an very interesting point.